that I'm in very good health. I just won 2 club championships, not even seniors. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards.
These motherfuckers, the country is at stake, and these motherfuckers are talking about golf. See, and this is what makes people of color, especially black people. This is what really makes us feel hopeless, because it's like, see, this is the epitome of old white man talk.
Yeah, talking about golf.
That's all. This is our option. Just another couple of old white men to vote for, and they so old and white that they talking about golf.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get too political. There's a point when politics were heavy, and it's getting heavy again. But there was a time I was commenting on it because I just felt like it was necessary. If you ask me, not enough people keep up with politics, which puts us in a really shitty place. But I will comment about this, and maybe I shouldn't, because I didn't even want to watch the debates.
I saw some highlights, and then I saw highlights of a speech that Biden did the day after.
Yeah, of course, we just had the debate between Trump and Biden. It went just like it looks right here.
Mm-hmm. Looks like 2 piles of silly putty that are lost.
Yeah, you got a narcissistic felon and a man look like he's getting dementia in real time in front of you.
It's a dead body against a Nazi.
Yeah.
I did watch it, and Trump was pretty much saying like, oh, he's the worst president ever, whatever, he's done a bad job. And Biden was trying to say his arguments, but you couldn't really understand him.
Yeah. He was out of it.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody knows who they're voting for. Everybody knows what they stand for. So I'm not even sitting up here trying to talk shit about anybody. I'm not trying to talk you out of something. It is what it is. If you're voting for Trump, then you got your foot firmly planted in the soil. If you're voting for Biden, then nothing ain't gonna change your mind. There's reasons people have for doing that, whether you think they're bullshit or not. I would not, I'm just telling you how I feel, and nothing against anybody out there. I would not vote for Trump because there's just a very scary authoritarian thing about him. From the moment he says he gets voted into office, he's retaliating against those who went against him. He's talking about clearing out a cabinet of staffers and replacing with his own just so people will do his bidding. He wants to extend the presidency so he'll keep it till he dies.
Yeah.
He's out there pretty much playing to the religious right because, well, he just wants whatever it takes to win. He loves the attention. He loves having his ass kissed. It doesn't matter if, that would turn, people want to turn this nation into a theocracy, forcing people to buy into and believe in one religion, whether you want to or not. People who say don't force anything on me, that they're cool, but forcing their religion on you. That is a scary thing to me. It's far scarier than Biden, who, listen, if it was anybody else, of course I wouldn't be voting for the guy. But, I don't think that these people, unless there's just something going on, unless this government is just one whole conspiracy and Biden is a plant, because, you have some people who say that they're Democrats, but they're really Republicans who put this man up here, which I don't really believe. But I don't think, if I may put it down in just plain terms, I'm not a person I believe in rights for everybody. If it's not hurting anyone, then it's none of my business, all right? So people who don't want gay people to have rights, I'm not voting for a party that wants to take that away. I'm not voting for a party that has that caters to people who are clearly homophobic, people that are racist. I'm sorry. You can sit up here and say they're not all you want to. I've had this argument with people before. I'm sorry. You're playing ignorant, or you didn't have the experience, or you're just hiding from those facts. It's clear racism going on one side. And I'm not voting for that.
And it's bullshit for people to be like, well, my beliefs mean that we have to stop progress. Yeah. That is the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah. And if y'all haven't heard of Project 2025, that's some sinister Star Wars shit going on right there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's where people clearly are coming in with the theocratic beliefs, if that's what theocratic, they're trying to actually make this more of an evangelical country.
Oh my God, that's terrifying.
They actually have a video of it. They told me on plain sight, like, yeah, this is what we're doing. They're not hiding it. Just like when Trump was saying, like, if I'm elected president, I'm revoking Roe versus Wade. So when people were surprised, like, oh my God, what happened? I was like, he told you what he was gonna do. Don't act surprised that he actually did it.
Yeah. People, this is authoritarian fascist shit. It's crazy how people have said that. These people who've been talking about America the whole time. That's why I'm telling you, patriotism, blind, just total blind faith commitment to patriotism is a dangerous thing. Because these people have been talking about America and waving flags, singing songs, wearing shirts with eagles on them and shit. They've been talking about America for the longest time. And yet, and been talking about America, the land of the free, we're not like Islam, where they force their religion on people, and yet these people want to force religion on people. They want to take away freedoms from certain people.
Oh yeah, I love that meme of showing Islamic extremists next to American extremists. They're the same.
Yeah, these people have been talking about Russia all these years. All of a sudden, Trump comes in and talks about Russia and he's hanging out with Putin. Everybody's siding with Russia, fuck the Ukraine, Russia. Everybody been talking about communism. That's why you can't take these words, Marxism, Marxist, communism. They just throw buzzwords around, pedophile. They just throw these buzzwords around, man. It's crazy. So that is why I'm not treating this like a sport where some, Trump or Biden is my team. No, there are serious things at stake, y'all. And y'all around just thinking this is a game. But Biden ain't making it no easier.
No, he's not. He's making it hard to want to support him because he doesn't seem like he's qualified anymore.
Yeah. This is the thing about it. I don't know how much of this is legal. I don't know how much Trump can actually get away with here. And be honest with you, it might be a certain situation where maybe this is what we need to wake people up. Sometimes maybe it needs to get worse in order for things to get a little better. And, and make people actually realize, oh, yeah, shit is real, but I'm looking at this, man. And I look at what Trump wants to do with the January 6th rioters. He wants to pardon them. And that really is crazy to me because that just says that, again, to show the racism of this country, that means that a bunch of white people can storm the federal government and get away with it. Because I tell you what, if that had been a bunch of black people, you've heard this already, it's truth. That had been a bunch of black people, all those motherfuckers they wouldn't have been in jail. Half of them would have been shot.
Yeah. I think that what Trump is doing is the same shit that got him in the office in the first place. Lying his ass off, just saying whatever the base wants to hear.
Yeah. But I'm kind of pissed off at Biden because, listen, this is what happens when not all 80-year-old people are people who their minds are bad and they're fumbling and they're having strokes on stage. Now, I'm not going to be an ageist and say that's all 80-year-old people. Some are perfectly fine, like my mom. My mom is just as clear-headed as a 25-year-old.
Your mom for president.
No. Hell no. I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't vote for my mom. No. I'll vote for Trump if I vote for my
Now that's scary.
Hey, Mom, I wouldn't trust my mother to run shit. She runs her mouth, and that's about enough. But I look at Biden, man. Not all 80-year-old people, their minds are bad, but Biden clearly has something going on.
With the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with
Trump, look at he's like, yeah, keep going. Boy, he's looking like a Life Alert commercial right now.
Falling down and I don't know where I am.
Yeah, he's looking like those people. I'm falling down. I can't get bit. What pisses me off about this is that, first of all, why the do you want to be 80 years old and be president?
Yeah.
Why the do you want to be 80 years old and take on the responsibility of being president? If I was 80 years old, whether my mind was bad or not, I'm out this bitch. I'm not doing, there's people like, yo, I was going to be an 80-year-old still doing this shit right here. not if I'm talking like this. I ain't going to be doing that. I know when to sit my ass down. 80 years old, that's when you are 80-something years old and you still want to be president, it's not about to me, it doesn't seem like, I'm sure he's still a better option just because of somebody who will probably back him up if the things do go wrong with him.
Oh, of course.
You know, again, that's a party that's not out there trying to take rights away from people. They're not out there trying to impose them, certain beliefs on people. So I still have to have faith that even if Biden isn't fit, something will happen where somebody behind him will come in and take care of this. But, and I hate saying this because I don't want to push people towards Trump, but I truly believe that if you are 80 years old and you mumbling your words, that's your ego that wants to be president. I don't know. I mean, you tell me because I'm like, I would, if I was really for the better of the country, and I wanted to actually make sure that none of the things that Trump is talking about imposing will happen, I will put the country first. And I will say, I'm obviously probably not fit to do this right now.
Is that like an option, though? Like where he could step down and someone could run in his place? Because I'm sure everyone wants that.
Well, the problem right now is that we have they can have a replacement. He would have to step down. Now, the other problem with that is probably obvious. Campaigning. You haven't, these guys have been campaigning for, if you just take their presence, their how large they are in the media. That's been their campaigning the whole time.
Yeah, I was going to say, Trump seems like he's never stopped campaigning.
Yeah, just by these guys, just their media presence, make them, that's campaigning for them. Now, if we were to get somebody up in there that's new, they don't have the advantage of having that, especially going against somebody like Trump, who's just been, out there and out there and out there. Mm-hmm. You put somebody new up there that doesn't have the same sort of media presence, or we don't know that person as well. That's a challenge. Yeah. At least, I'm just talking out my ass right now because I don't know how this goes. I mean, they might have a very good plan in place.
Yeah, because like if you replace Biden, who would be like the next best candidate to go against Trump?
I think at this point, it doesn't even matter who it is because it's just against Trump. That's what I think is going to rally people together. I mean, there's so much shit with this guy where it's like, how could you even think to vote for him? It's madness. I mean, just him over the country and a big part of the world when COVID happened, like when it was revealed when he got out of office, it's like, yeah, he wasn't doing shit. It's like, that is him telling you he doesn't give a about you.
But that's what not people see, you got to play the game. I hate to say this, and the game is, politics is just like entertainment, man. It's all marketing, and I hate to say that. More people should actually be involved in politics. You should know where your life is going, but it's all, and that's the problem. There's nobody that's been marketed it well.
Even with the Republican side, when they were trying to do the nominations, Trump wasn't showing up to the debates because he knew he had that in the bag. It was just pretty much a show. It was like with Mike Pence and all the other people. Trump was like, they're going to nominate me. Yeah. And
it's just, a lot of people, here's the thing. It doesn't matter whether you like Trump or not. There's probably a lot of people who don't like Trump. There are a lot of politicians who don't like Trump. It's about, again, some people treat us like a sport, but also it's about who has your interests at heart. I mean, listen, are any of us crazy about Biden? No, but we feel like he has our interests at heart. So, it's like, all right, shit, I guess I'm going to vote for this right here, but...
I mean, he had a little bit of a redemption. I don't know if you have a clip of it where he gave a speech the next day. Yeah. And he was straight up, he was like, look, guys, I'm old, all right? There's no hiding that. And I'm not as quick as I used to be. But one thing I can guarantee is that I'm not going to lie to you. And that made the crowd go wild. So that's going in line with what you're saying, like a sports team. So he's saying some of the right things. And he was definitely off his game during that debate.
Man, I did watch the debate. And one thing that pissed me off, how in the middle of the debate, both of them were arguing about who's the best golfer.
See, this is the problem.
What do you say to voters who have concerns about your capabilities to serve?
Well, I took 2 tests, cognitive tests. I aced them. He took none. I'd like to see him take one, just one, a real easy one. Like go through the...
Again, not trying to push people towards this man, but see, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, just by being able to speak, Trump won this debate.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy's a great public speaker.
Yeah.
He's
an entertainer at heart. Yeah. That's how he got his start.
Exactly.
That I'm in very good health. I just won 2 club championships, not even seniors. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards.
These motherfuckers, the country is at stake, and these motherfuckers are talking about golf. golf. See, and this is what makes people of color, especially black people. This is what really makes us feel hopeless, because it's like, see, this is the epitome of old white man talk.
Yeah, talking about golf.
This is our option. Just another couple of old white men to vote for, and they so old and white that they talking about golf.
Yeah.
They sit up to talk about golf. That's the epitome of old white man talk right there at the debates.
Was 25, 30 years ago. Actually, I'm probably a little bit lighter.
You can see he is 6'5" and only 223 pounds, or 235 pounds. Well, you said 6'4", 200.
I'm sure that the people who work for him have great notes for him, and he's just so fucking out of it. He's got all these lights on him.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what anyway, the reason I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6.
I'm sorry, yo, but again, that's some old white man shit right there. This is for people like me, a black. I'm looking at this, I'm like, God damn, this is my options. This is shit that people talk about in racist ass country clubs.
Well, maybe this is good. It sounds like Tiger Woods could run for president now.
I'll take it.
Yeah, right.
I'll take it at this point.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad option by comparison.
Damn. This is shit they be talking about sipping mint juleps in the country club, and they have the debates doing this, and this is my option. Got to here with this, man. You know, I'm not saying black people can't play golf, obviously, but I tell you what, if you had two black dudes up here, they probably start a rap beef. But they wouldn't. No, I'm kidding. We wouldn't be talking about no golf though. I really don't understand. Tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, if you really have the country at heart and you saw yourself doing this kind of debate, I feel like it would be the right thing to do to step aside and figure something else out. And maybe that's the plan right now. Because, you know, it just seems like it's ego if you stay in there. It just seemed like, man, you know, you already spent your money. You know, you've already been president once. You want to go for it again. I don't know, man. It's just.
Jon Stewart was echoing these sentiments you're saying about it being like a sports team. But the one thing he said that I thought was funny is like both of them need to be using performance enhancing drugs, you know, because Biden is so out of it. Give that guy some Adderall or something.
And even if Joe Biden wins, like, okay, people are like, okay, we don't have Trump anymore. So in the next 4 years, another Trump-like person is going to come in. Like we had DeSantis running for president and he lost. And we have Marjorie Taylor Greene there. And so Trump is just creating more insane people that are going to go up in the future.
Somebody said weekend at Biden's. Black jobs. What are black jobs? I didn't see this. I didn't see the debate. Did they mention something about black jobs?
Oh, yeah. Someone was saying, I heard people echoing, I think, what he was saying, like, yeah, DJs are black jobs or something. I don't know if that is what they said. I heard other people who support Trump saying shit like that.
Who said that, and what did they mean by that, black jobs? Are we talking about, you know, are we talking about Trump saying this and he's defining black jobs? Or what did Biden say that? What are they talking about? Yeah, it was him and Marco Rubio. Somebody's asking what's a black job? I saw that and they're like, I'm black and even I don't know what a black job is. I mean, unless you want to say some racist shit, you know, be like, well, janitorial service is pretty nice. You know what the see, that's another thing. You know, I'm going to vote for the party that I think is more open to the rights of the people. I don't think it's the Republican Party. It's not the GOP, all right? So it's not even about Trump necessarily. He can give a f- anybody but himself. But I'm not voting for a party that does not have people, you know, I'm a party of hypocrisy, where they're always talking about family values, always calling people pedophilia, but they're always doing some shady shit. You know, I'm not going to be talking about, I'm minding my own business. I'm not trying to take away people's rights. They're not bothering me. That's just not something I go for, man. So I'm not voting for that party. But that's another thing. You know, I don't know if either one of these people really understand black people.
Probably not.
Yeah, somebody talking about black jobs and all that kind of shit. I don't know, man. Black job. I don't know, podcasting. That's what I'm doing. You know, I don't know.
The night sky, that's a black job.
Yeah. The shit. There was a time in this country they would tell you what a black job is quickly. Yeah, bet you drive a cab real well, don't you?
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. Yeah. She drive this old white woman around. Hey, put these gloves on. Carry that plate out there.
And then when you're done, get back to the plantation.
Yeah,
All right.
Exactly. That's the time they tell you what a black job is quick back in the day. Hey, I bet you're really good with your hands, aren't you?
You like cotton.
Don't worry about college. Trade school. That's what you want to do.
You don't play basketball? Yeah.
There you go.
The fact is that his big kill on the black people is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking black jobs now. They're taking black jobs and they're taking Hispanic jobs. And you haven't seen it yet, but you're going to see something that's going to be the worst in our history.
So there you go. That's what I'm talking about. In his eyes, we're people who do all the manual labor. We're the ones that do the serving. We're the ones that do the menial jobs. We're the ones that are not smart enough to take the higher paying jobs or the higher position jobs. And this is what's wrong, people. Black jobs. There you go. I was joking, but it's what he's talking about. Who's going to do all the washing of the dishes? Who's going to do the yard work? Who's going to serve the plates? Who's going to come out there and do all the cleaning and the janitorial work? Who's going to do all the service jobs? Because that's what you do.
Yeah, he also said the people from the border are gonna take the Hispanic jobs away. So the Hispanic people are taking the Hispanic people's jobs away.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't get that.
That's why I tell y'all, man, y'all better pay attention to this kind of shit. Because a lot of people, even with some of the best intentions, look down on people like us and really have these ideas that there's a certain place we belong, there's certain things that we should do, and it weirds people the out if we do otherwise.
Yeah, him speaking up like that is, it's classic Trump shit. It's, him like acting like he's not racist by being racist.
Yeah. You think about, in certain areas, you think about like the banking industry. That's nothing but white people running that.
Oh, yeah.
And they let people in, women, people of color and whatnot, but they will only let you go so far sometimes. I've heard news reports on that where there was discrimination and it was, you had to fight so hard to prove it. And when it was proved, nothing changed. So there are certain areas where people have to try harder. I tell you all the time, all these people talking about, there's no racism out there. You're just perceiving shit. You're just looking at things, you're just complaining. You're just looking for something to fuss about. Again, I bring this, and a lot of people still don't know this. I bring this example to you. When you get your house appraised, a lot of people don't even think twice about it. Somebody's going to come in and they're going to appraise my home for the proper value that it's worth. There are so many black people now talking about, if I have too much black stuff on the wall, like if it's black centric, maybe there's, I don't know, there's, African garbs on the wall or whatever, or there's just pictures of black people. You took pictures with your family. There's nothing but you smiling with your husband and your kids. Some appraisers will see that and they will say this house is a lower value.
Wow.
And they've had people who came in, looked at that house, just saw pictures on the wall and said, oh, black people are here. Let's knock about $300,000 off of this. And then they bring in another appraiser and they bring white people over and say, hey, can we borrow your pictures and put that up on the wall? No bullshit.
Wow.
They're like, can we just put some white pictures up on the wall? And they do. And the house is appraised higher.
Up.
Yeah, it's up. So, that's why I always say for some people out there, it's not as dire for you, the politics of this world. For other people, it very much is. So, yeah, somebody said, for real, look it up. People look up stories. There's stories out there that will tell you this has happened several times. Look up the banking industry. There's a woman who did a story. I forgot what it was on, but there's a woman talking about how she had to, she knew this. It was a black woman. She knew something was going on with her not being able to get promoted in the banking industry, even though she was very much qualified to do so. And it was hard to do that. So yeah, people do have to fight. They try harder than other people because they have to. Bill Maher knows what I'm talking about.
That's just another problem with Trump is that he gives off this regressive vibe of people encouraging people to be ignorant like that.
Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one. Check out our other YouTube channels and subscribe to join our wonderful Toasty community. And as always, stay toasty.